Okay, I just want to show you guys how I'm doing this, because I have to do it this way. In order to see if they're going to track the vehicles, I cannot take the cell phone that I'm doing this video on with, obviously, because I know that they're tracking the phones. So I'm thinking that they most likely got a camera on this pole down the hill, and they probably got cameras on the poles at my family members' houses all over the place. And it's just that no one else pays attention, no one else sees it. I'm the only one looking. And I don't have time to go to every aunt, uncle, cousin, relative that I have, and friends included, and put cameras on their cameras, you know? So I'm not going to do that. But I am doing this. So I wanted to know, are they able to track the cars as soon as they have your VIN number? So if they look up your plate number, and then they go to your VIN number, they have the ability, I don't, they have the ability to where they can track your vehicle. They don't even need you to have cell phones on you or anything. So the reason why that upsets me and bothers me, yes, it bothers me that they're doing it to me and using the technology that we all should have access to or not have access to. Either way, it should be fair game both ways, but it's not. And so anyways, what bothers me about it is all the crimes that get committed, real crimes, not for posting shit on YouTube that the elite don't like hearing about, because that's what's happened. That's why it's picked up as much as it has, because if you look at the last few series that I did, Jordan Peterson, Candace Owens, these are big names in the fucking lie situation where, you know, they only have half the vote. So if they lose a quarter of that half, then they're fucked. And so neither side can take that chance, you know. And there's so many details to get into about all the lies that I don't have fucking time to do it all. I don't. I'm just one person. So I can only choose what I think is going to stick, things that I can prove, and that's what I try to stick to, because what I'm showing all of you is so drastically away from everything we've ever been told, you know. So for me to come out and tell you guys, and because I'm a nobody, the word has a much less chance of even getting through. But if it does get through, then it means a lot, because once you see the system, and you can accept the system and see it for what it is, that is, because a lot of people see it, but then they run from it and they go back to their imagination and how things work, you know. But if they didn't, and some people were to allow it to stick, the reality and truth of things, then they never can go back. They're never going to go back, which makes it very difficult, because everybody else in your life is going to be living as these zombies, happy zombies in most cases, because that's the way it is. They're programmed to think that these things mean happiness to them, and they get joy from them and that kind of thing, you know. Ideology and all that kind of shit. Anyways, I can't get into too many things. I'm going to try to make entertainment out of it as much as I can. I decided I'll start going on camera myself and putting myself on camera, rather than always being behind the camera. I have reasons for that. It's not that I'm afraid to go in front of the camera. It's that I don't think that anybody deserves to be in front of the camera, first of all, because you're taking away from the true creator's work and taking claim for the true creator's work by doing that. And then another thing is the ancient Indians, there was something to what they were saying about every photograph, every image that's made of you. I don't know how it would work with a drawing of you, because that would be the human interpretation of you, would be like if someone drew a picture of you or painted a picture of you. But when you're taking a photograph, a mirror image, and that may be the same thing with mirrors as well, vanity comes into play, right, and all these different things. Same thing with being on camera, just like having a mirror all the time, and you're always looking in the mirror, except you want to allow everybody else to look at that mirror as well, that kind of thing. So So there's a lot that comes into play. I'm going to try to do this to where I can possibly get somebody else to get out there and look and see it and start doing videos like I'm doing. Maybe somebody there are people that are better in every part of these fields. There are better private investigators out there who are better than me, right? So here I am by myself having to investigate 20 something different fucking investigators now that are all on me, and I got to figure out which ones are which and what they're doing, what the fuck do they want. The bad guys seem to be good guys and the good guys seem to be bad guys, but then again, if you go by that, then that's being positive and negative, and that's a false way of thinking, because sometimes bad guys can be good and sometimes good guys can be bad, and that works that way as well. So I don't want to get into that mindset. So I have to go with these cameras here, and what I do is I'm taking the bait car, I guess we'll call it, since we're in the back in the investigation business, and I have to use one of these old camcorders. So by using the old camcorder, I can get the video, watch the video back, and then I can use this camera here to do the videos. The only reason I didn't do it with yesterday's video is because I'm not sure about the cars that drove by it, about the cars that drove by the camera. So I can do the same thing that I'm doing here with the house cameras in a digital way. That's another thing that strikes me as well, is that they're tied into my computer system. On my, I don't have internet on the cell phones. I have to wait till I get into near somebody's internet service that I can get the password to. So that would be another area where I would need help if anybody is out there. Is I need someone else to take the time to do some videos and get them up on your platforms, whether you make series out of them or not or whatever. But if nobody else is looking and no one else is willing to see things for what they are, then I'm still on my own, and so I'll still keep cracking along. But it sure would be nice if somebody fucking came along. And like I said, there's a lot of things that other people know more about than I do. I'm not, just because I claim to be an authority on reality, that's only because I know without a doubt that everybody having their own reality separate from each other is ridiculous, and that's just human programming that we believe, because we all belong to the same program. All colors, all sizes, all shapes, everybody, all DNAs, we're all of the same true creator's energy. And us being in denial of that, yes, we can be individuals as human beings, yes, because that's the way the false creator built us, as biospecies. But that is separate from our energies. Our energies are all one. So, anyways, I just wanted to make a quick video on this, show you what I'm doing, so the agents also know what I'm doing and how I'm getting them at every turn that they take. So why don't you just fucking come and tell me what it is you want, instead of playing fucking games like this. I think it's because what you want, you can't get. What you want is, you want to take me out so that I can't be making YouTube videos anymore. You want to take down my YouTube channels, and you're going to make up some bullshit story and set me up on some false ass fucking crap that I'm going to have to pay tens of thousands of dollars in order to even get out of, which I'm debating whether or not I would even bother, just like most people do. Most people say to themselves, oh fuck, it's going to cost me 60 grand in attorney's fees to to get away from all this shit, and I didn't even do anything. And then a lot of times the new laws that are created just for these fucking reasons, just so they can fuck with people, so they can find some shit on people and get them for things that you would think, wait a minute, a nanny tax? What the fuck's a nanny tax? Oh yeah, well, it just was added to the tax reform bill 10 years ago. We don't usually enforce it, but for this situation here, we're going to enforce it. If you pay more than $2,000 a year for your nanny services for a nanny, well, wait a minute, $2,000. So you're talking about a babysitter, you mean? No, nanny. Well, then how about if I just don't call my nanny a nanny and I just call her my babysitter? Well, same thing. If she's making over $2,000 a year from you in cash, then you have to start claiming that on your taxes. Well, then that means she would have to claim it on her taxes too, doesn't it? Well, yeah. Holy fuck! So you're saying you're hitting babysitters? So babysitters? Holy fuck! Are you fucking kidding me? No, we're not kidding you, and that's the fucking law, and that's what you got to, it's fucking ridiculous, people, the whole fucking thing. And we all watch it happen every fucking day. But yeah, we're so busy doing our bullshit, fake ass fucking nonsense with everything we do. It's fucking ridiculous, man. And that's just one quick example. I mean, there are millions of examples. So, anyways, all right. So I'm gonna set this fucking thing up. I'm gonna go park this thing down the street, and I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Now this thing runs for quite a long time too, but it's not as good as digital. But it's no big deal. I mean, I just keep reusing the same video. If I don't get anything on it, I just keep reusing the same video. It's not a big deal. And it works for what I need, because that proves to me, if I can, let's say the white truck goes by here twice in the next couple hours, the white pickup truck, or any of the other vehicles, you know, and I get them on here, then that proves to me, without a doubt, that they're not tracking only my phones, but they're also tracking the VIN number to the car and the computer chip that is in these cars. All the newer cars. I don't know. We can guess how many years it's been. I'd say probably since 2000, right? Anything made 2000 or later probably has a computer chip in it. American, Japanese cars, Chinese cars, doesn't matter. All cars, because this is not a United States issue. This is a all over the earth issue. Yeah, I don't like saying the word world or globe or any of the fucking bullshit stories. It just encourages everybody to lie. Anyways, that's it. So I'll be back. I'll let you know what happens at the end of the day.